Hello again, and welcome to interview with DJ Nocturna. And I've got an amazing band who seems to be carrying that energy that I like, which is higher vibration frequency energy. And their band is called Magic Wands. They're based currently in Los Angeles. It's a duo, a dark dream pop band called Magic Wands. I got Chris and Dexy Valentine on the show. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi, it's good to be here.
Thank you for joining me. As I know it's a bit early. It's always early for me, but it's early in different parts of the world, and it's always a pleasure to have you guys. And congratulations on the new album just released in I think
Yeah.
called Switch on Metropolis Records.
Yeah.
But before we go on, I wanted to just go back a little bit about your meeting and how you collaborated together. And I'm sure many people have asked you this, but this is the first time we're doing this interview, so I wanted to just get a little bit of understanding about how you guys first met, because there seems to be like a magic to the connection, which is why it's called Magic Ones. And you started your debut album, which is also very significant because it's well, I live in Hawaii, right? So Aloha Moon to you guys.
Yeah, that's where we wanted to make the album. Actually, it was in Hawaii.
Oh,
So I remember we kind of brought Hawaii to the studio. We had a big tapestry that had I think the tapestry was of Hawaii. It was a big, beach with palm trees and a full moon, and isn't that what we did, Chris? We brought, big crystals, and it was created this environment.
Oh yeah. So why Hawaii?
Because the concept of the album was we wanted to make the music sound like it was coming from an island in space, and then we just thought basically Hawaii.
Well, we are in the middle of nowhere. We're in the middle of the Pacific, so I guess you could say, and it is magical here. It is quite a magical place, I have to say. I mean, you have to live here to really understand what I mean, or so you must have some connection to Hawaii, I feel.
Possibly, yeah. I think I actually haven't been to Hawaii. I don't know why. I just haven't been there.
Oh, really?
We're gonna stay at your house.
Okay. Yeah, actually there's in astrology there's this astrocartography where you can actually see if you have a connection to Hawaii, because you can see where it's placed in your birth chart. Hawaii.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Whoa. You might find you might find some, because my Venus line, which is in astrology, is a goddess of love. It falls not directly on Hawaii, but outside of Hawaii, which is why I'm here.
Are you Virgo?
No, I do have I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, okay.
What are you guys?
Pisces, Scorpio rising, Cancer moon.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I'm a Scorpio rising, and I have a Taurus moon, a Sagittarius sun. Oh, how about you, Chris?
I think I'm a Leo.
Leo with a Libra rising.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's interesting too. You have your second album was called Jupiter, so you must like astrology or something like that. But
I have a whole bookshelf here filled with that. My grandmother was very psychic, and she was an astrologer, so she got me into that when I was a kid.
Great. Yeah, I love astrology so much. Yeah, and Jupiter is the perfect god for the second album, because he's a benefic, and he brings blessings and all that great stuff. So yeah, so I wanted to talk about so tell us about how you collaborated together and met, and how that whole magic thing happened.
I just basically I'd put a song online, and it was just, I don't know, it was I had a band at the time, but I just created some sort of side project with a couple girls, and Chris messaged me on the God, what was it? MySpace.
Oh.
That's how long ago it was. He messaged
that's still around.
He liked the song. He just came at me straight. He said, what are the chances of you leaving LA and moving to Nashville and starting a band with me? And at the time I was kind of just burnt out on LA. So I was like 80% chance. So then we started chatting on the phone, and I was like, well, why don't you come out to LA and, you know, we'll meet and see how it goes. And then he came out for 3 days. And then the next thing I know is we were packing up my old Mercedes Benz and like driving this thing across the country. It really, I wasn't sure it would make it, but it did. So we got there, and then it died shortly after.
Oh, wow. And so you guys, you know, you created your first single also came out. It's called Black Magic.
Yeah, we have that on that came out as a 12-inch in the UK.
And then Aloha Moon was a debut album in 2012?
2012, yeah.
Now I know there's another album that came out much later. Is Aloha Moon 19? Tell us about that one.
Well, it was just we turned in the album to the label in, what year was that, Chris? 2011 or something. Chris, are you there?
Oh, wait a second. Sorry, he got I'm not sure what happened. Okay, let's see. He got disconnected somehow.
He did?
Yeah, it's okay. He's back on. I was going, what happened to him? There you go. Hi, Chris.
Hi, sorry, I don't know what happened. It freaked out.
Okay.
What year did we turn in the first Aloha Moon? We turned in the album, and the label, it was an electronic record.
Yeah.
And the label said, you know, they wanted live bass and drums. So then we got some players to come in and replaced or added to the drum machines and the synth basses. And then that's the album that ended up coming out in 2012. And then years later, we listened back to the first version of the album. We thought, you know, this is really cool. We should see if they want to put it out. And then we just said, hey, do you want to release this? You know, this version of the record, check it out. And they were like, sure. So we put it out. And that was in 2019.
2011.
What was 2011?
Let me see.
I first part of the record.
For some reason, we can't see you. Okay, there you are. All right. I don't know what happened. I didn't even realize you were off until Dexy goes, Chris, what do you think? And I looked over there and I go, oh, what happened?
Yeah. Sorry. What happened? It just freaked out.
Let's go ahead. What was your question, Dexy?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. All right. You know, so one of the things that I find it very interesting about your band is that you tune your instruments to a certain frequency, right? The frequency of love, which is 528 hertz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, how did you guys come up with that, and when did you start doing that? Was that from the beginning?
We started doing it from the beginning. That's Chris.
Well, yeah, like right after we started the band, like basically, I don't know, I was finding all this stuff of, you know, looking into that stuff and like listening to like meditation stuff that people had tuned those frequencies. And I thought it sounded great. And then, you know, after a little while it hit me. I was like, why don't we just tune our music to this? Like, that would probably sound pretty interesting. So we kind of started doing it right away and just did it ever since.
How did you do that? Do you have to do something with the instrument? How did you tune it?
It's just a little bit different than if you would tune it it's with technical, it's just like a little bit of like a higher tuning. So you kind of like tune up a little bit, but it's kind of like between notes. So you have to kind of know how to do it on a tuner. So yeah.
We basically just turn the tuning from 440 to 444.
Oh yeah, 444.
Yeah.
And then do you feel like do you feel the sound quality? I mean, how is that different from the previous, if you just have it the way it was?
It's so subtle, but I have really listened closely to hear the difference, and it's just a little more smoother and calmer sounding.
Yeah, and then
the other frequency, it's because it's about frequency, you know. The other frequency is a little more it's kind of a not aggressive, but
It's like if you have
darker, almost darker or something. You would think we'd want to tune to a darker frequency like 438 or something, but the 444 just resonates better with our music, I think.
you had two bells, and one bell was like a rusty cowbell, and one bell was like the perfect gong church bell that, you know, rang forever. It's like that's the difference. If you tune to one, I don't know. It's like the notes ring out more. There's more. The notes sound bigger. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's definitely like more. I don't know. It just feels better. It has a better feeling to it.
Well, you know, I believe in that. I believe that the 528 hertz is the frequency. It's a love frequency, and like you said, the healing frequency. Do you feel like it attracts? You know, when people listen to your music, I'm sure they feel calm. They feel, you know, in alignment, I guess. You know, and I can you listen to it. It's like wow, it's like magical. It totally matches your name. You know.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
thank you. We have had people say, you know, it's takes them to, you know, a different sort of space to listen to it, especially if you listen to it, you know, in headphones when you're going to sleep or something. It's got a calming effect. Some of the, like, I think Aloha Moon, we really nailed that one. Like that frequency works great with that record. I'm not even sure that frequency is working for this current album. I think we could have tuned maybe to a different tuning for that one, but it does sound pretty smooth.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So this album, this is your fifth studio album, and
Mhm.
this is the first one in on Metropolis Records. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So how did you guys get connected with Metropolis Records? And you know, congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you. They're an awesome label. I've known about them since, you know, I was a kid. I grew up on the East Coast. They're based in Philly, and our manager wanted to shop the album, and he asked which labels we were interested in, and that was one of maybe three that I thought of. And he just emailed them, sent them the album, and a couple weeks later, we were planning to release with them. So I was really happy about that.
So do you both write the lyrics and the song, or do you guys take turns? Like for the, you know, this is your fifth album, right?
Yeah, I think how do we do it? It's we both come up with ideas, and I don't know, Chris, what's the how do we do this? I forget.
It's
It's,
Both.
I
We wrote.
usually write the lyrics, definitely, and we both play music, but Chris is really good with coming up with the foundation of a song, and I come put all the bells and whistles on it, like guitars and keyboards, and then Chris adds more guitars and keyboards, and it's funny how we work.
Yeah, and I know you guys just did your tour. Are you guys is that you were in Denver, the last place that I can see here. Is that
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Denver.
we
Yeah.
did a 2 week West Coast tour, and it was the first tour we've done in the States since 2016.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we'd because we toured the UK and Europe in 2017 and 18, and then um you know, 2019 we were recording our album for 2020, and then we had the pandemic for 2 years, and that sort of you know, delayed things. So we're trying to get back out there.
And this album, so tell us about Switch, the title, and what's the inspiration behind that one? A lot, and I know there's a remix too. You have a remix album.
Yeah,
Big-
Chris and Shadow Mirrors did remixes for almost every song on the record.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's called Switch mainly because it's switched up the sound, switched up the direction. I mean, a lot of our previous material was very sort of, I don't know, it's kind of like more magic, love, and dreams, which was our basis for Aloha Moon. You know, we kind of were trying to stick to that over the next few albums after that, but it's just starting to change, getting into maybe more personal territory. And I just wanted to make something a little more cinematic, you know, not so much pop songs like Teenage Love, Black Magic, stuff like that. Whereas there's a lot more guitars on this record, and the songs aren't as, you know, well structured as Aloha Moon songs or even Jupiter. It's a little more atmospheric, I think.
Yeah, excited. I know you guys were featured in some of these films and video games, right? Your
Yeah,
music. Yep, I know it was the Vampire Diaries, right? And Beauty and the Beast,
right.
Yeah.
some other stuff. Yeah, several things. I mean, if you want to check out your website, magicwandsband.com. I like how you put band in all the links because Magic Wands is like, it's a magic wand, right? So people can
It's
find
a magic wand among other things that are called magic wands. We're like, we didn't know about at the time.
Yeah, well, tell us about the title. How did you come up with that? That name is great because my radio show name for Modsnap Radio is the Queen of Wands, and the reason for that is because I'm a Sagittarius, so in the tarot deck I'm the Queen of Wands, and
That's great.
it's inspirational. It's the Queen of Wands is exactly what I do with the music and stuff. So that's one of the
Right.
reasons. Fire sign.
Yeah. We got the name from when we started the band. I was living in Nashville and Dexy was living in Los Angeles. So we would talk all the time, and sometimes we would send each other packages in the mail. So I would send her a package and she'd send me a package of just, like CDs and gifts and just weird stuff. And one of the things I sent her was a magic wand from like a toy store that was like one of those ones if you turn it like a snow globe. It was really cool looking. Anyway, when we were trying to come up with the band name,
That's cool.
we were coming up with every.
Really funny. Hold on, sorry.
We had every band name you could not want to have, and then playing with the wand. And then she was like, "Why don't we just call the band Magic Wands?" Like, oh, that's a good. It just kind of.
This is the actual wand.
Got it. There it is.
Oh wow, you sent that one? I was thinking like a plastic toy.
I've had this ever
Oh, wow.
since. Isn't that funny?
wow.
It just sits on my bookshelf next to our first 7-inch of Black Magic, which was on, I think, white vinyl.
Clear.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was actually looking at this right as you said that. It just sits on my bookshelf.
Oh wow, there's a synchronicity there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like you guys are really in tune to that, synchronicities and the magical world of connections and vibrations and frequencies and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's basically it.
When we got started together, we both kind of agreed that we didn't want to do anything that was like based in reality. Or like we both were like, we don't like reality, like third dimensional, like real reality when you're under fluorescent lighting somewhere. Like we wanted to make everything we did have like.
Well, yeah, I mean,
we wanted to imagine a lot of stuff.
We were definitely trying to escape at one point, just create our own worlds that we were comfortable in. And it's still sort of the same as far as lighting goes. But
yeah, we are.
I think this latest record is definitely more grounded in reality, for sure. It's a little more existential and
it's still dreamy though. It doesn't sound like a trip to the grocery store, that's for sure.
Yeah, I like the dreamy, magical, stuff. I don't like the reality, like down to reality. I like a little bit more.
Yeah, when people, it sounds like they're singing about their, like their problems in their day-to-day life kind of stuff. That's like, that's fine. And there's but it's not for.
Yeah, no, definitely not. That's why there's a fine line where it's not too personal. It's not Dear Diary sort of stuff, but it is definitely, I was writing about my life growing up on the East Coast, sort of like lost youth and trying to recreate the feeling I had back then when, it wasn't so much about social media and cell phones and you know, there was just something a bit more authentic growing up than there is now. You know, I don't particularly relate to the whole social media thing. I don't like it. I know I have to do it. It's necessary evil, but I'd, you know, prefer not to. You know,
Yeah, and you're
I'm terrible at it too. I'm just terrible at it. I can't. I'm not a sell yourself kind of person. I don't. You know, I don't want to just post pictures all day of what I'm eating for breakfast, and you know,
yeah.
it's amazing that I'm even on there because I hate it so much.
And did you say you have a Pisces moon? Did you say that?
Cancer moon.
Oh, Cancer moon. Okay, all right. Well, I know this album is different because you guys also did the recording yourself, right? Switch.
We did record it ourselves, yeah, and then we had our friend Lars from Germany, who's an amazing mixer. He mixed the album.
Oh, great, yeah, and the remix album sounds really good as well. And
that is all Chris and Shadow Mirrors. They did a great job.
Yeah, a lot of great dance beats and things like that. And of course, people want to check that out. What is Metropolis Records? Metropolis-records.com, right? From more. And then you have a website as well.
Yep, magicwandsband.com.
And you know, big shout out to Ethan Morales, who's always amazing. He's connected us, which is very grateful for that.
Thank you, Ethan.
And, yeah. And are you guys planning a trip to Hawaii since Aloha Moon?
It's on my vision board.
On his vision. I don't have. Yes, I was just talking to someone about going there. I don't know if we'd play there, but I'd like to. That'd be great. What part of Hawaii are you in?
Honolulu.
Nice.
Did you guys want to go to Honolulu or the other islands? What is the connect? You know, you guys should really check it out, because there must be some kind of reason why you feel that connection to Hawaii. Do you both feel it, or just Dexy?
Oh yeah.
I think we both did at the making Aloha Moon, and it's still sort of, you know, now that we're back touring again, we do have to you know, play the oldies. So we've been we just did an updated remix version of Black Magic, which is very dancey, and
yeah, that was your first single in back in.
We're gonna do Space. We're trying to incorporate, you know, those with the new stuff. They don't really fit, so that's why we're kind of redoing them as remixes. So it would be awesome to go to Hawaii and play those songs.
Yeah,
I never got a chance to.
Yeah, I think you would feel that 528 hertz frequency here. Wouldn't it be cool if you guys recorded a song in Hawaii with that frequency?
Yeah, I'd record a whole album there. I'd want to get in the studio.
I would love to see that happen.
We don't know anybody in Hawaii besides.
Well, now you do.
Yeah.
Now we know you. That's it.
Oh, really? I can't believe. Okay, well, gosh, you guys have to come here for sure.
Oh, actually, I do have one friend that moved to Hawaii, and he wants to build a recording studio on this little island. I'm not sure where he lives, but he's very off the grid. He doesn't do, you know, he doesn't have any of the social media platforms anymore. He just has a cell phone, but he's out there building on some land, and he records, and I don't know, he's fishing. He does a lot of fishing.
Well, you are in Los Angeles right now, so it's easy to come here. It's like 5 hours away.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good deals on airlines. It's not that hard.
What are we doing? We should go, Chris. We should plan a trip to Hawaii.
Vacation.
I don't think I want to come back after.
Yeah, we started with a vacation, then play, and then start, you know, doing a show. I think that's.
Are there a lot of shows in Honolulu?
Yeah, I think there's I could see that down. I can sense it, feel it. That is possible. But since you like it here, I mean, we'll see what the universe has planned for Magic Wands in Hawaii.
That'd be great.
Idea. We'll check in with the universe.
Yeah, check in with the universe. So if you guys have a magic wand, right, and you do, what would you wish for?
You know, at this point, I think I would wish for world peace because the world is so chaotic and terrible right now, and I'm over it. You know,
I don't know. How long is that going to last?
I don't know. It's
Really, I don't know. Yeah, that's I think that it sounds cliche, right? Everybody say that, but really, it is an issue.
it's not a wish I would have had ever until now. You know, I feel affected by what's going on. You know,
I don't know. For the band, I think we should just keep wishing for more songs that we, that were
More
like
inspiration.
more inspiration. Yeah, that's it.
yeah, I definitely need some inspiration for the next album right now.
So tell us about what's coming up in the near future. If you want to release any if you have any news to put out there.
I think we were aiming to get the new remix of Black Magic out for Halloween next month. We have a show here in October, and we've already started recording the next record. We have about 5 songs, I think. So, and then we want to tour more on this album. You know, hopefully we'll get over to England and Germany at least, and maybe some East Coast dates. We haven't played there in a long time, so.
Oh yeah.
Get back out there.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe get another. We've got 2 fog machines right now for our show. Maybe we get a third one.
Yeah.
Good thing for the future too. But yeah, you're back to Europe soon, I think.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, I know you guys did shows with the Jesus and Mary Chain. Some of my favorite bands, Radiohead. Just these amazing bands, So,
I mean, Radiohead was, we played Lollapalooza, and I think they were one of the headliners.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be great to start playing some more festivals and stuff.
Right.
We just got a booking agent after a while of not having one, so.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well then,
Rocky Road Story. Do you know them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, maybe we'll just go to Hawaii for a few months and just think it all over.
I know. Yeah, you get inspired here. The 528 frequency hertz will definitely. This is really a magical island.
That's where the.
I mean, I'm just saying that because I'm biased, but it's true.
You know, the guy that discovered the frequency lives in Hawaii.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, then there you go.
So yeah.
Yeah, you should check out. Chris has his own Spotify with all his sound healing music. It's called Star God Sound Healing.
Okay.
It's just endless.
Oh yeah, I make that kind of music now.
Oh yeah, no, I like that. I really do, because when you meditate, right, you want to be on the right frequency.
Yeah.
And it's really important too. So yeah, it's it's ironic, but I'm going to release. I just had this feeling, right, when I knew I was going to interview you guys and all that. I decided I'm going to release this interview on the new moon in Libra, which is coming up October 14th.
Oh, thank you.
Because Libra is ruled by Venus, and your whole energy is Venetian, and with of course with your Valentine, So I just think it's appropriate.
I have to say, you're one of very few people that have ever interviewed us over the years that have really honed in on the fact that we use the 528 frequency, and that's great.
No, I think it's important. It's all about energy, right? We're all connected through energy, and you attract people that resonates in that energy that you have. I mean, it's not always 520, 528. Everybody's different, right? But it's just that same connection and vibration.
Right. Exactly.
And the ones who don't are like you don't even talk to them. I mean, you don't want, it's just like
No, you can just see
yeah.
for how I can personally from a mile away, like certain energy that I'm just like, nope, I'm gonna just
And I think your vibration, attracted me, for some reason. That's why we're doing the interview. And it's ironic, you're Aloha Moon, all those things, which is I live in Hawaii. And
thing, yeah.
so yeah, I believe in there's no such thing as what do you call it?
Coincidence.
Coincidence. Yeah. I mean, it's just there's a reason and a purpose for everything, and under the heavens, right?
It's destiny. We're meant to come
Yeah.
stay on your couch for the next year and make an album in
Oh,
Hawaii.
you guys are meant to come here, so you guys start planning the visit.
I
Usually
think
one,
definitely want to plan that. That's the next thing I'm going to plan for sure. I think after the holidays, because I'm going to probably go back east for Thanksgiving and Christmas, but after that, Hawaii.
Hawaii, right on. And then I'll say Aloha Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, gosh, thank you so much. I mean, congratulations on this new album. It's already it's a wonderful album. I love the remixes as well and the original. And I wish you both more success. And I look forward to having you in Hawaii, seeing you here, and be sure to, let me know, and we'll definitely hang out and, let you do your album here, your next album.
Thank you. Maybe
Okay.
we should. Yeah, that would be great.
I think it comes full circle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Maybe we should make the next record in Hawaii. That's something to think about. I don't know if LA is going to do it for me for inspiration right now. So
Yeah.
Well, album Mike. Does that sound?
What, Chris?
My Kahuna. Can that be the name of the album?
No. We almost did that a while ago. We had an EP. We're gonna go back into something
All right,
else. Something else.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So magicwandsband.com, and of course you're also on Bandcamp, and of course metropolis-records.com.
Yes.
Magic Wands Switch is a new album released via Metropolis Records. Thank you both, Dexy and Chris. And your drummer, you do a shout out. Is it Pablo?
Actually we're a 2-piece at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. But he did a wonderful job on the drums on the album.
Yeah.
Great job.
All right.
Yeah, it would be great to get, a live band going. But right now it's just, it's working a lot easier just to have the two of us.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me. It's a pleasure to meet you guys. Thank you very much. And one second, let me just shut off the recording here. Thank you.